All right, as we're coming down to the home stretch, let's talk about the fourth component of credit inquiries. In a capitalist society, people always want to find the best deals. And so people understand that you may do some inquiries because you want to find the deal that's best for you, which is fine. However, what you don't want to do is too much. You see, too much of anything is no good for you. And the reason why I say that is that 10% of your score is based upon your credit inquiries. Now one thing that I mentioned before about FICO, they look at everything as a behavior. You want to avoid opening too many credit lines at the same time, since such behavior could suggest that they are in financial trouble. In other words, you're looking at it, if you're doing all these inquiries, maybe you're in some type of trouble and now you're desperate and you try and get as much as you can. Well, if you try to get as much as you can, you may not be in a position to pay it back. That's how you look at it. So when you're talking about inquiries, understand there are two types of inquiries. You got soft inquiries and you got hard inquiries. A soft inquiry is when you do an inquiry on your own. In other words, you might be looking information on your credit report. That can be a soft inquiry because you just want to see where you're at. That doesn't really hurt you. But a hard inquiry uses when a third party, is actually doing inquiry on you. Now, here's one thing that people don't understand. They don't understand about how inquiries and junk mail, even junk email blasts, how that all comes together. Because let's just say you're applying for a car. Okay, and if you're going to apply for a loan, they're going to do an inquiry on you. But what you don't understand is that particular company may be in partnership with other companies. Because remember, credit is all about information, and information is powerful. This is why it's a billion-dollar industry, because all they're doing is selling and trading information. So if you're applying for a car, and they're doing inquiry on you, you've now opened up the floodgates to other companies who are connected with that particular one, which means instead of having one inquiry, you could have 10 to 15 inquiries. You don't even know it. Matter of fact, you didn't even authorize this company to do so. Now, of course, there are services and things you can do to kind of get them off your list, but the damage may be already done. And one thing I will say is that hard inquiries usually take about 2 or 3 points off your score. That's not a big deal. You just want to make sure that you're actually not doing too many of them. And how do you do that? Well, you look at the credit you have and look at your status. Remember before, think about the other components. If you're paying all your bills on time, if your utilization ratios are favorable, and you have some pretty good length of credit, it's okay to do some inquiries because now, you're shopping around. But just understand that the more inquiries you have, it makes it look like you're desperate. So just kind of taking control of that and understand that. And understand that 10% of your score is based upon credit inquiry. So let's keep them down to a minimum. Sharp, sharp.